What ratio of guest posts to niche edits or other links do you prefer?
A random one.
As far as like guest posts and niche edits specifically go, we probably use them about like half and half these days. Um, we used to use niche edits a little bit more heavily due to their price point. They're generally cheaper. But guest posts, you can really like slam relevance in there with like by having more control over the article topic. So yeah, it's like this balancing act, right, between cost efficiency and more extremely targeted relevance. But we use both, like niche edits and guest posts are pretty much the bread and the butter. Um, I won't make the gravy analogy again, but
I think you should keep making the
it's
gravy
how it's how
analogy.
the gravy's made.
But that's not what you said. You said something that came out hilarious. I'll have to go back.
Um, but yeah, niche edits and guest posts, I would say probably using about 50-50 right now.
Yeah, it just
Like,
depends on the month, right? I don't want to say 50-50 because I don't want anybody being like, well, I need 3 of each, you know? Just keep it somewhere in there month to month as you go along. And so long as you're doing that, you're diversifying.
it also depends like what we're doing. For example,
Yeah, they're different tools.
if a site's having like some negative effects because they have a bunch of or their link profile isn't diverse or their anchors aren't diversified or something, we'll probably like slam it with like one of our barrage link at niche edits packs, which is a high number of lower authority links that are just super cheap. Um,
To break up anchors.
yeah, in general, if the site's healthy and moving forward, we'd probably just use a mix of both of them without any real percentage that we really look at. We just kind of try to keep changing things up.
Right. And so, for those of you that aren't familiar with these products too well, the reason that you would change these is because they are different tools. So a niche edit is a contextual backlink in an existing article, so pre-existing article, and a guest post is a contextual backlink in a brand new article posted on a website.
So guest posts are new articles, niche edits are inserted into existing articles.
And so both of those variables can be traced back as a footprint, and you'd want to.
So if Google sees that you're building only niche edits to your site is only getting links into articles that have age. They're basically only being edited into articles. No new articles are appearing with links to your website in it. We'd say that's probably not the best look.
It's all traceable.
Right? It doesn't mean you're going to get a penalty, but it increases the chances that Google might think that something looks fishy there, right?
Yeah, a lot of times you're going to see that. I've spoken to people who have very high-end guest posts, and they've been doing it over a long period of time, and it was working for them, and then all of a sudden they flatline. And so it's not really a hard slap. It's not a penalty for sure. But what's going on is a footprint has resonated with Google crawling or to Google bots, and it just doesn't look right. So you either flatline or you take a little dive, and unless you know exactly what you're looking for, the owner of the property isn't really going to be any wiser to it.
And just to go a little bit further, you'd said, what is the ratio of guest posts to niche edits or other links do you prefer? So if everything is like looking healthy and you're just moving forward with your link building process with no issues, the majority of the links that we're going to be using are going to be niche edits and guest posts together, and then we're going to be adding in some stuff like our pillow links packs or our diversity links packs from time to time. But as far as the ratio goes, we don't really have a ratio. We just throw in some of the other stuff from time to time. If we say, oh, it looks like we haven't done any pillowing on this in a while, we might just go ahead and throw some in.
A hypothetical, right? Let's imagine or conceptualize a legit business, and we'll just say it's local to keep it easy, that's operating, and all of this is occurring just naturally in the SERPs. People kind of lose sight of thinking or conceptualizing about that natural viewpoint on how a site operates whenever they start backlinking, because you start obsessing over what's the best link for my money, right? Or best use of my campaign money month to month. What's natural is that you're getting press from high authority values like guest posts or niche edits. And then all of that's going to resonate with other types of backlinks, like you're going to get chatter in forums. There's going to be people blog commenting about you. There's going to be, comments on Facebook, Instagram, social media, etc. And so when you're kind of thinking of things in terms of pillowing, it can be ongoing. Like you don't just pillow at the beginning of the site either. So all of this in conjunction, resonating on a month-to-month or at least, quarterly or however you look at what your site's aggregated in the form of backlinks, it's easier to diversify it than one might think. And so you want to just keep it well diversified the whole time, which is why, we don't look at percentages so much.
We can't give you really a ratio link-wise, but I think we can actually give you a ratio budget-wise. So budget-wise, I'd say we're probably spending 98% of the budget on niche edits, guest posts, and then PBN links would be third place. But niche edits and guest posts are the kings.
Yeah, and PBNs we barely use. It's like a fine-tuning tool.
Yeah, PBN we just we just really want to punch something in the gravy maker real quick, But yeah, I would say, would you say that's about right? 98.
Something in the big. Jesus, you're full of lines.
Gravy
today.
maker, not baby maker.
Whatever.
But I would say 98 to 99% of the budget is used on niche edits and guest posts, and then some PBN links.
Once you already have an established site. Yeah.
And then stuff that we would call pillow links, like Web 2.0s, directory, citations, all that. We're spending a much, much, much smaller portion of the budget. But, you get more of them, so...
a lot of times that's just because those are cheaper, right?
They're just dirt cheap,
easier access.
Yes, hopefully that helps. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.